Hello everyone, this is the second video of the series which is regarding the procedure of application for Master's Student Visa for Germany through VFS New Delhi. I am making these videos as a part of my experience which I am going through right now, so that I can provide the helpful information regarding all the major and minor points that are either not explained properly anywhere or they are quite confusing. I will try to cover all the points as much as possible. Still, if you need any further help, you can comment below this video or you can send me an email at the email address provided in the description. I also want to clarify that neither I am a blogger nor a consultancy, and my aim is not to create any profit out of this. My sole purpose is to help people, so I will not suggest you anything that will be biased or sponsored. I have also made a video earlier regarding the first step in this direction of getting the visa, which is the procedure of applying for appointment at VFS Delhi and the total time recently taken by the VFS to give a confirmed appointment after getting on the waiting list. If you have not booked an appointment yet, then I suggest you that you can check my previous video which I had specially made on this topic, and I have explained all the steps involved in that procedure, including the mistakes that you should avoid. You can check the video by clicking on the I button, and you can also get the link to that video in the description below. So without wasting much of the time, let's start this video straight from the point of filling of the form. Okay, so I have given the link in the description. Once you click that link, this form will open. Here you will find that this form is in German language, so you can change the language from here. After that, all these fields will be available in English, so you can easily understand and fill this form. This form starts with very basic things like personal details. You have to fill your family name, that is surname here, and first name here. And remember that everything should be according to your passport. Word by word, letter by letter, everything should be same. Your date of birth, your place of birth, your country of birth. Here I want to mention, if you have any former name and you have recently changed your name, then you have to mention your former name here if it's mentioned anywhere in your documents. Otherwise, after changing your name, if you have corrected all your documents and your previous name is not mentioned anywhere, then you don't have to mention anything here. You can leave this field blank. And second thing, I saw many people are very confused when they don't have a surname. Like, if you don't have a surname, then what should you do? Because this field is compulsory and you have to fill it. So basically I found this thing in few German documents that if you don't have a surname or a family name, then what you can do, you can just copy your first name and put it in your surname. So this is acceptable, but this will create a confusion in future. Like all your German things, once you will arrive in German after getting the visa, your visa will be with the name, like in this case your visa will be with the name Abhishek and Abhishek. So everything that you will do in German requires some or the other kind of the document work. So everywhere you will find that your name is mentioned as Abhishek. So if possible, then you can change your passport and you can put your surname in the passport. If you have time, that will be the best thing. But if you don't have time and you anyhow have to get the visa, so this is the best thing that you can do, that you can put your first name in the surname. Rest of the things I think are very simple. You can just put everything, your place of birth, country of birth, sex, marital status, current nationality, and I think you don't have to put anything in your former nationality, because if you are born Indian by birth, then you don't have to select this. You can leave this blank. Otherwise, if it's applicable for you, then you can select your former nationality from here. Here you can check this if you are married and you have children. Once you check this, a new field will open here where you can put the details of your child. And if you have more than one child, then you can add a further child by clicking here. And these are also very simple things: family name, first name, and every detail of your child. Below this you will find the parents of applicant. Here this is also very simple. You have to put your father's family name, that is surname, first name, nationality, father's date of birth, father's place of birth, place of residence, and then the mother's detail. Again, coming below this, you will find your occupation learned. This occupation learned field you have to select depending upon what you are doing right now. You can select no occupation, or if you are employed, then you can select any of these fields that belongs to you. If you are self-employed, you can select from here. If you are a student who's just going after his bachelor's to do the master's in Germany, then you can select no occupation. Otherwise, you can select anything. But in my suggestion, I think even if you are employed, then you should select no occupation from here, because they might ask for the relieving letter from your last job. If you will select any occupation from here, then it will be assumed like a liability that you have. So either your employee is sending you to do masters, and if you are going by all yourself, then obviously you should not have any liability upon you, and you should have a relieving letter. If you don't have a relieving letter, then it's better to select no occupation field. If you select any other occupation, then you can write the further information like the name of the company and what's your occupation, etc. Coming below this, you will find the contact data. This is actually nothing but your current address and contact detail. Just put your passport address here, mobile number, email, country. It's very simple. I think there should be no confusion in it. Then you will see identification papers. Here you have to select ordinary passport and your passport number, date of issue, valid until that. These things you will find on your passport easily. Issuing state, basically it's written state, but the options given here are the countries, so you have to select India. Now here comes the issue by. Many people have a confusion in this as well, because this field is not written on our passport that issued by. So what I have done, I have written Ministry of External Affairs, India, because this is the body that issues our passport. So since it's not written anywhere on the passport, but the fact is that Ministry of External Affairs, that is MEA, issues our passport. So you can write this thing here, issued in this. You can write your city where the passport was issued. Like if you are from Delhi, then you can write New Delhi. This is mentioned on your passport. You can see in the front page of the passport, it must be written there, issued in. So you can write that exactly here. Coming further down, you can see the travel data. Here you have to write purpose of stay in Federal Republic of Germany. So in our case, it will be study. So basically, when you are going for the study, in your admission letter, you will find the date of commence of your classes. What I have done, like my classes are starting from 1st October, so I have selected the date of 15th September, because since my class will start from 1st October, so anyhow I have to enter the Germany before 1st October. That will be somewhere around 25th depending, but this is the date which will be mentioned on your visa. Like your visa will be valid from this date, so you should put this date a few days before you plan to travel to Germany. If you are planning to travel on 20th September, then you should put 15th, or take a margin of 2-3 days before you will start your trip. That will be better. And here in the to field, you have to put the complete duration of your studies. Like in my case, I have applied for the MBA and it's a 18-month program. So if I'll calculate, the 18 months will be completed in 2024 around March. So I can put 30th March 2024 2024 here. This doesn't matter much because once you will get into the Germany, then it will be adjusted according to your studies, and this to field doesn't mean that your visa is valid till this date. Actually this is just a tentative date and this can be changed later. Now coming further down, you will see the reference field. Here we can see these are the reference field where you can select your education establishment or the company or organization. In our case this is educational establishment, which is our university, so you can put your university name whatever it is here. Then organization's place of business, so you can just put down the city name like Berlin or anything. Here you have to select the country, so it will be Germany. And these fields are actually optional, so you don't have to fill all these fields. Here you have to give the family name of a contact person, so just put in the contact details of the representative that is helping you in getting the admission in this university. It means that the counselor that has been appointed to you from the university, you can just put the name of that person, first name, last name, and whatever you know about him. Most probably you don't know the date of birth and place of birth and nationality, so you can leave these field blanks. You can just put the name and the address of the university that you can find on the website of the university, and you can also find it mentioned on the admission letter. So you can select the street, house number, postal code, town, country, telephone number, and email. So here coming downwards, you will see that there is another field for means of support and details regarding the stay. Here you have to put blocked account, because I assume that you already have opened the blocked account. If not, then you should open it before applying for the visa. In case you need a video on how to open a block account, or you need any further assistance, then you can comment below, so I will try to make a video on that as well. Coming down, you can see the intended place of stay in Federal Republic of Germany. So you just have to mention here that the name of the city, here the name of the city and the postal code. Like if your university is in Berlin, then you can write here Berlin and the postal code of the Berlin, whatever it will be, I don't know, I just put the random number. So you don't have to write any specific address. Basically this is just for the reference that where in the Germany are you going to stay, because once you will land in the Germany, then you have to register yourself in that city. Now here comes another question: do you intend to retain your permanent residence outside the Federal Republic of Germany? Actually this question is very confusing for many people. I saw that many people are very confused that what should we do, should we select yes or no. So in our case, we are Indian and we want to go to Germany to study. I know many of you might have planned to get settled there for some time or maybe permanently, but don't mention this thing in the visa, especially in the first visa. You are applying for the first visa, so you should remember that you have to show to the consulate people that you are not going to stay there permanently. Your plans should reflect, your application should reflect this thing that you are just going for the study. Maybe you will stay for some time, but your permanent residence will be in India, and you will come back after some time to your permanent residence. And here you will see if yes, which place of residence. So here you can write your city name. The main reason for getting denied for the visa is that they think that if this person will go to Germany, his intention is to get settled there by anyhow. He is not going to come back. And many people like this, they become liability for the government. Like if you will go to Germany and then you don't come back, even if you don't get a visa extension, maybe you will just stay there illegally. So the consulate should have a clear picture that you are just going there to study, and your main focus and your long-term target is to get back to your home country, and you will not stay in Germany. Maybe later on, if you will like to stay in Germany, that's no problem. This is that has nothing to do with what you are selecting today, because this is just your first visa. So don't take a risk. Just select this and get your visa processed. Once you get a visa for the first time, then you can go and study there. Later in the life, if you plan to stay there permanently, then that's a different case, and you can always extend your visa, and then you can stay for a long time. Then you can apply for the blue card once you started working here. That's a different case, and that has nothing to do with what you select right now. But it's better to select yes in the first application, so that they should have an impression that you are going to come back to your home country and you don't have any plan to stay there. Now, do you have a family member interested to accompany you? So many people wants to take their spouse or the parents with them to Germany, but if in the first visa, I mean at the time of applying for this visa, you are not taking your family with you, that should not be selected. Maybe you have a plan to call your parents or your spouse after 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. After any amount of time, if you want to call your family member, that's okay, you can call. That has nothing to do with what you select here. This should not be selected at the time of this application, when you are just applying for your visa and nobody is going with you right now. Coming to the other point, do you have a health insurance for a longer stay? So you should select yes here, and for selecting yes, you already have to get a health insurance before applying for the visa. The best way to get this health insurance is through your blocked account company. When you open your block account, nowadays every company like Fintiva or the other companies, they provide a package where you will get a travel insurance and health insurance along with your blocked account. So you should get it in the package. Otherwise, if you have just done your block account, then you can get a health insurance from any insurance provider in India that is applicable for Germany as well. That's a different thing, and it will take a long time if I'll go through that process. But yeah, you can have a health insurance before going to the Germany, and you should have a health insurance before going to the Germany, and you should select yes from here. Otherwise, maybe at the time of the application, when the VFS people see that you don't have a health insurance, they will ask you to do the same thing to get a health insurance first, and your appointment will be wasted. So it's better to get a health insurance first, then select here and go well prepared with all your documents. Coming downwards, we'll see, have you ever been to Federal Republic of Germany? So you can just leave it blank, because this might be your first time. Now the last part is declaration, where you just have to most probably select the no in every field. Have you ever been convicted? No. Have you ever been expelled or deported? No. Do you suffer from any of the following disease? You can check all these disease names, and hopefully you are not suffering any of these disease. You can select no, and then you can select save. So now what, since I have left almost the field blank, so it won't let me submit this form right now. But once you will complete the form, then you can just save it or continue. Once you click on the save, it will create a JSON file for you. It looks like something like this. This is a text field, you can't read it, but this is useful when you have not completed your form and you still have few fields blank and you want to come back later to complete the form. You can just click save, and you can download that JSON file. So the next time you will come to this form field by clicking on the link, then you can just click here import data and select that JSON file, and all your fields that you have already provided will be filled again, and you can fill the remaining fields to complete the form, then you can continue. Once you continue, you will get a PDF file to download, which you can download in your folder and take a printout of that PDF file. So basically that's it. This is the thing in this form. In case you have any question related to this process, I will be very happy to answer. You can just ask me. So now we can cover a few questions that I found that people are confused about. So I will try to answer a few of them that are best to my knowledge. I will be very happy if I can help someone who have a similar questions. This question here we see, he is asking when we need to fill the declaration form. So actually a declaration form is a different form, and you have to submit that also, and you have to bring it, and you have to bring that with you at the time of visa interview itself. I will show you the declaration form. So this is the declaration form. Here you will find it's a very small form. You just have to put your name, address, place and postal code, phone and email, and you have to just tick here on I agree, and you can just read this. In case of denial of application of national visa, I hereby agree to receive the formal denial notification by email. You can just tick here. In case you want the notification by post, which I don't suggest you, so better you should opt for the email and tick here. Then you can write your name, postal address, phone, email here again, and date and signature. So it's just a small declaration form that you also need to take a printout and bring this with you to VFS at the date of your appointment. So the second question is, I have a Germany type D visa first time. Is it possible to enter Germany after staying 10 days in Russia? That I don't have any idea, so I can't answer, sorry. The question is, how much the charge for biometric picture? So basically this is a very good question, because few people think that they will just go there without their picture and the VFS people will click the biometric picture. This is generally not the case. There they have a service for biometric, but they prefer that you get your photograph done outside of the VFS and you bring your photographs with you. In case they find that your photographs are not according to their requirement, then so just like an emergency case, they can offer you the service to get a picture done at the VFS. So I personally suggest you that please get your pictures done before entering VFS. If there will be any problem, that's a different thing, and that I think that can be sorted out at the VFS. But don't rely upon the service of the VFS, because they might not allow you to get your picture done, and they might ask you to come back again with your pictures. Now the question is, should I provide the blog account on the first day of my appointment? Yes, of course you have to get your blogged account first, then you can go for the visa, because if you will not get your blog account done first, then there are the high chances that they will return your application and they will ask you to get your blog account first, because this is like a backbone of your application. This is the main thing that provides the financial support. You are going to show your blog account, so you should first get your blog account done, then take a letter along with your application to prove that you already have a blog account. Now the question, how many sets of document are to be prepared? Okay, so this is a good question. You need to carry all your original documents with you, as well as photocopy of all the documents in 2 sets, and those sets need to be in a specific order. What will be the order? This, if you will see the requirement list, according to this list, your all documents should be in this order. I will put the link of this checklist also in the description, so you can check this and arrange your documents according to this list. There is one more question which I found many people are confused about this, that my course is English taught and I have an unconditional offer. while submitting document to VFS, do I need to provide IELTS certificate? So basically this is a subjective question. Actually, if your university gives you an admission on the basis of your medium of instruction, like if you have provided your medium of instruction letter from your previous university, then you don't have to give the IELTS certificate at the time of applying the visa. But this thing should be mentioned in your admission letter, that the university has given you an admission on the basis of medium of instruction letter, and they have omitted the requirement of IELTS certificate. So I think I have covered many questions, and these are the few common questions that people are asking. If you have any other question related to your profile that is not covered in this video, then you can drop me a comment. If I will be eligible to answer that, then definitely I will give you a correct answer, and I will try to give you the best possible answer for that. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will try to bring more video in this series in the future, and I will also keep bringing more videos related to different topics that are best to my knowledge and which I will think that will be beneficial for other people. Then definitely I will share my knowledge with all of you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.